Hi, this is Shubham Tiwari, and I welcome you to Education Plus, a show brought to you by Wonder Published Magazine, where we try to bring in institutional perspective into the discourse around education and, more importantly, education technology. And our today's guest is the headmistress at St. Xavier's High School, Gurgaon, Sheba Thapar. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Mr. Shubham. It's indeed a pleasure to be a part of this interaction. I would like to congratulate your entire team, Wonder Published Magazine, for collaborating with all educationists for this great initiative. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, ma'am. And for the knowledge of our viewers, Ms. Sheba Thapar has over 21 years of experience in this sphere as a educational professional. So, ma'am, let's start there. I mean, the best kind of learning environments and the learning cultures. So, what do you make of what's happening right now?
See, the experience is all online these days, and to be asking me very honestly, waking up in the morning, alarm, getting ready, slipping to an ironed uniform, eating breakfast, and then
Yeah,
hurriedly rushing to catch the school bus. All these have hit a pause button ever
yeah,
since the great lockdown. So that's what I feel, that while digital classrooms have made parents more involved in their kids' school life, as online classes are the need of the hour, uh, but I do feel that they cannot be replaced for the traditional classes, and
of
technology has
course.
stepped into the breach,
Yeah.
and I think it will continue to play a key role in
Yeah.
education of the
So,
future
ma'am,
generation.
speaking of technology, like communication is a very, very, central idea to how education is imparted. So, how has the communication changed between teachers and students, or let's say between teachers or administrators like you?
So communication has never been, I think altered, because I think now it's online. So there are a lot of options available in the market. We are
Yeah.
connecting on the Zoom, the WhatsApp. So I feel the connectivity is more easier now with the online platform, and it has, it's been ongoing. It's not that, it's not restricted to your 8 to 2 p.m. of the classrooms, or maybe the school timings, as I must say that, we've been always on the, WhatsApp chat or Zoom. It's become more hectic, in fact, for the education sector, especially the teachers and the parents, to be
Yeah.
very honest. And then, it's been ongoing. The communication has been ongoing, and it's been fast, and pictures are shared, videos are shared. So I think it's more refined now. It's more refined now with the online platform.
Okay.
Yes.
So, can you, give us any insight into what kind of tools you've been using?
See, currently what we are using is, so I'll start with initially what we started with. We
Yeah.
started once when the lockdown came into picture, we started with Zoom, because I think that was the only platform which was available, easy and, easy to access, easy to train with our,
True.
educators around. So we started with initially with the Zoom platform, and then later on, when the security issues were coming with the Zoom, we shifted to Microsoft Teams, and then we
Okay.
started training our teachers. And there's been a lot of upgradation in the, in the Microsoft Teams app. So
Yeah.
we've been continuously training our teachers, initially to, start with the parent orientation, then the students login were created, and then, the students were also been trained. The parents were trained on the same platform, because
Okay.
for the pre-primary and the primary children, where the children could not have handled technology,
Yeah.
we believe that parents partnerships are very important. So then
Hmm.
parents came into picture for the trainings, and then now we are also having the assessments on the same tool. So
Okay.
that's how we are using it. Yes.
Okay. So, ma'am, you spoke about training teachers. So we already know that they go through a very traditional training process at the beginning of their career. So how was it to begin over or start over again for them?
See, I think in education sector, learning has never been taken on hold. Learning is always welcomed when it comes to teachers and
Yeah.
educators. And specifically when you talk about the current generation, which is so much ongoing, and gone are the days when we were, young. We were only restricted to books, the
Yeah.
print media. Now it's online media, so it's, everywhere that the children are learning. So I think it's very important for teachers to equip themselves in the same on the same line, I see,
Yeah.
so I think that teachers were always they were always welcoming to learning the new technology. Whenever we tried to train them for any kind of an online medium, they were welcoming that, because I'm sure they would not have done without it. So there
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
no
Of
option
course.
left but to go into the flow of what the other world, other countries of the world were doing. So I think the teachers were welcoming it, that with a very positive
Okay.
spirit. Yes.
All right. So, and speaking about your role, I mean, as an administrator, as the headmistress of the institution, what are the new roles, if there are responsibilities that have been added to your role?
So, see, the role remains the same.
Yeah.
But I think the number of hours are certainly they have increased. We are not restricted to the 8 to 2 kind of a time frame. We have been always connected to parents. I think connectivity between teachers and parents has increased. So,
Okay.
whenever there is a concern, it has to be addressed to at that very moment. So I think it's
True.
very important in a current
Hmm.
scenario where parents are, if they have any concerns, so
Yep.
that has to be addressed. And other than that, of course, the total platform of teaching has changed. Now it's online. Specifically for the young children, it's very difficult if you compare it to the live classroom. So here in the live classroom, teachers are always there and they are monitoring the children. So here
Yeah.
we have the parents also, who come into picture,
Okay.
where it is very important that here at one side the teachers are transacting a lesson, but what is finally happening on the other side is very important. So feedback of parents is very important.
Yep.
So I've been more into the mode where we collaborate with parents, more of the activities where collaboration with the parents,
Yeah.
organizing is concerned. So my role has, I think, changed to more of rather than training the teachers, it's more of getting the feedback as to what is happening the other way, other side of the
Right.
the classroom. So we have a lot of feedback sessions with the parents. We have webinars which have been organized by with the help of course the children and the teachers, and of course
Right.
we have involved a lot of parents. We
Yep.
have involved parents in virtual play dates where we thought, yes, that the socializing with the children has been missed. So we have organized a lot of virtual play dates. That's what has been happening.
Okay.
We will be coming up with something very new, which is the podcast, which would be launched in the mid of December. And of course, there's been a lot of other activity. We organized October Fest just to have the children in that mode of showcasing their activities or hobbies that they are best
Yeah.
at. So we started with the online dance, or maybe a singing competition. We have been organizing handwriting competitions with the children, and it's
Okay.
wonderful to watch them. And
Mm-hmm.
of
Mm-hmm.
course, when we talk about a live classroom, here
Mm-hmm.
my role comes when we observe the class, when we,
Yeah.
visit the class.
Yeah.
However, in a Microsoft Teams, also we are visiting the class and we are sharing our inputs with the teachers. Teachers have been assessed on the Microsoft Teams on the basis of how they are transacting a lesson. So that
Okay.
way,
Okay.
it's though we are not physically moving around, but yes,
Yeah.
we are monitoring each and every move of what is happening around the school.
Okay.
That's very important. Yes,
Okay. So, ma'am, I wanted to touch upon that which you have already talked about, the extracurricular activities, because
yes,
they are very, very important.
absolutely.
So, like, you need that human touch, that environment. So we can't really replicate it like 100%. But how are you going about, like, the Christmas is coming? I mean, are there any special
Absolutely.
events that you're doing? And yeah.
So, see, in earlier days, extracurricular activities were the only source of entertainment. When we talk about
Of
high
course.
tech gadgets such as the fancy LED television, smartphones, laptops, and computers, they did not exist when I was a student. So,
Yeah.
every extracurricular activity I performed as a student is helping me
Yep.
till today in my day to day life.
Right.
So, the pandemic is truly a tragedy, but we are now learning to live with this new masked world, I must say. Now we have to attend online school. Why not give a shot to online extracurricular activities or courses that you've asked? So we have been, as I've told you, that we have been doing a lot of activities which are, online, such as the show and tell activities where we involve children for a particular
Mm-hmm.
concept that
Yeah.
we are teaching. It's more of activity based learning when you talk about the pre-primary and primary children, because
Yeah.
it will be a very boring for making them sit at one place and in front of the laptop and start teaching them.
True.
So I feel the activities play a very important role when it comes to the junior school. And of course, when we were doing a live, the school was going live, we used to take them out for the school trips.
Yeah.
Like, for example, a fire station visit when we,
Yeah.
used
It's
to
very
tell
important.
them
Yeah.
a concept of community helpers. However, now what we are doing is it has been changed to a virtual field trip. So we have been taking them out to a Disneyland visit. We have
Okay.
been virtually. We have taken them to a fire station visit virtually.
Wow.
So we have taken them to picnics and other parks. Especially before Diwali, we were taking them. We had taken
Mm-hmm.
them to a virtual visit to Akshardham Temple.
Yeah.
So now, as the Christmas is approaching, when you had rightly asked, theater is a miss these
Yeah.
days, where we talk about theater activities. So we
Community
conducted a
experience. Yes.
virtual
Yeah.
Ramayan, uh, a show which was run for 3 days before the Diwali.
Wow.
Now, in the coming month, we will be having our nativity play virtual, which will be, telecasted or maybe showcasted on Facebook
Mm-hmm.
on 22nd, 23rd, and 24th of December, just
Okay.
3 days before December. So we are all very much excited for our theater activities, and children are engaging themselves with a lot of art and craft work.
Yeah.
So whatever, it's an integrated learning that we are doing. So whatever the art teacher is making as a prop will be utilized in the in the Christmas nativity play.
Yeah.
So even when you talk about the fire free cooking, so in the senior school we will be conducting an activity where the children will be conducting the fire free dessert making activity.
Okay.
The art and the music lessons will be, our carols have already started, children have already started singing the carols. So
Mm-hmm.
we will be incorporating our choir along with our virtual play. So it's
Yeah.
an integrated of all the subjects that we are teaching. So we have kind of planned it in a way that all our music, dance, and subject teachers are equally participative in this
Right.
native. So we are very excited, and we got a very good response in the last virtual
Yeah.
play. I'm sure we are going to get, and this also imbibes the confidence in the child. What we believe that in our school, assemblies play a very important role when it talks
Absolutely. Yeah.
about stage exposure and communication. So we have continued with our legacy of conducting our school assemblies. So assemblies are also happening in a virtual platform, and so would our theater activities, and other activities will also be. So our calendar has not changed. The annual calendar, which was supposed to run in a live platform, has been changed into an online format. That's all.
Okay. Wonderful. One more issue, ma'am, like mental health has, it's suddenly become such a huge issue, not just in adults, but in kids as well. So, I mean, are there, any facilities, online facilities for counseling them on your end? How are you tackling this
Absolutely.
issue? Yeah.
Absolutely. See, we have been conducting a lot of one-on-one session in case, with the
Okay.
young children, it's very important for making them sit at one
True.
place. We had, because of the parents' feedback, we got a lot of, feedback where child was unable to sit. They might be, they were a little stress-related issues because the children
Yeah.
were not moving out of the classroom, the home fronts,
Yeah.
and then, they were not doing the physical activity, though we try our level best to have a combination of both academics and activities when we talk about a day timetable,
Okay.
like the yoga and dance classes, just to have a stress buster with the children. But once
Yeah.
when we thought about, yeah, that yes, we are however, it was very few in number that we got such concerns from parents that child was unable to sit with the long hours, and maybe they were facing some issues. So we have our school counselors in place who were
Yeah.
conducting the regular counseling workshops with the children. So we incorporated their role also in between our sessions, so that both parents and students could get the best out of it. And also we conducted Saturdays a series of webinars with the name of Rendezvous with Xaverians, where
Wow.
we introduced, or we touched upon the issues which were relevant in today's time. Where we called the an expert, a guest speaker was called, and
Okay.
for example, tomorrow also we have a Rendezvous with Xaverians episode 14. So
Wow.
we will be talking about a good touch and a bad touch.
All right.
So we will be touching on more such issues which are prevalent in today's time, where we face that yes, children might have problem and parents might have problem in addressing that. So
Absolutely.
the school is doing the level best to address such issues.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful to hear that, ma'am. And even, ma'am, we will eventually go back to normal. Sometimes in 2021, let's say. So, do you think going ahead, learning lessons from COVID-19, this pandemic, are there going to be new roles in these institutions, educational institutions?
Absolutely. I think now since the teachers have mastered this, the art of teaching on an online platform, I'm
Yeah,
sure it's going to be an amalgamation of both the live and the online medium.
yeah,
What I could think was, during the PTMs, as I see that if parents don't come,
yeah.
so now it has given us an experience that we can conduct PTM also online. I'm sure with this new experience that we have gained in the online platform, life is going to be much more easy, I think, in future, wherein if a parent doesn't have time to drop in, I'm
Mhm.
sure then lessons can be taught, in an online platform. For example, if a child is absent. So I'm talking about something, maybe the future of education is quite bright when we talk about both lesson transaction and communication with the parents. So I think for this, online would be the best medium that we can use, in a productive way. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what. Yeah.
exactly. And ma'am, do you see, any new kind of tools as your requirements? Because I'm sure these are uncertain times. Sometimes, as in Haryana, I guess in Gurgaon, schools are allowed to open for a brief period of time, I guess. So in these uncertain times, do you think, technology can help you more in some regard, which is, the space is there?
Absolutely. See, learning through the digital medium is not something new for India, and the government has,
Okay.
used electronic media since days of radio. And when you talk about Doordarshan's Gyan Darshan, which used to,
Yeah.
so even I think programs like Diksha, E-Pathshala, National Repository for Open Educational Resources, etc., have been existence for some time now. And Diksha has more than I was just that day I was just researching on Diksha platform. I was really surprised to see it has around 80,000 ebooks for classes 1 to 12,
Wow.
and it's created by CBSE and
Mhm.
NCRT and states, which are available in multiple languages. E-Pathshala is a portal where NCRT
Mhm.
has deployed around 1,886 audios,
Mhm.
and there are around 2,000 videos and 696 ebooks,
Okay.
which is across classes 1 to 12 in different languages. So I
Mhm.
think the current situation has, of course, put a digital medium into the center of equation. And
Yeah.
coding, again, if you talk about coding, is an upcoming field which many players have entered, the online market.
Yeah, yeah.
I
There are
feel that
plenty.
yes,
Yeah.
there has been a quite a good progress when you talk about the online tools, and I'm sure it's going to grow in the time to come.
Wonderful. Uh, Ma'am, one last thing. I mean, education policy, which has been updated, the latest education policy, and you also have, experience in, shaping up and these policies that you touch up as an administrator. So, what do you make of the new education policy in general? What do you like the most about it?
See, of course, when it comes to the when you talk about the new education policy, the guidelines which have been showcased is something which are very much, I think, welcomed by all the educationists. When
Okay.
you talk about, the formative years of assessment, when they talk about integrated curriculum, when they talk about, a lot of very positive things which have not been there in the past, where you talk about flexibility in the in the examination, that the
Mm-hmm.
child can take a break and then again they can continue with the education. So I think all the guidelines which are mentioned are very positively accepted. But yes, we need to wait and watch. Practically, how it will be implemented would
Yeah.
be again somewhere where all the educationists are looking forward for that. Yes, the guidelines have been very much fancy and they've been welcomed by everybody. But
Yeah.
it all depends on how it's going to be implemented.
All right.
That's what I could say. Yes.
Okay, ma'am. So, what do you think about, when are the schools going to open? What do you think? What does the future look like?
Something which most of the parents, this is a question which
Yeah.
everybody is asking, and everybody is looking forward. Even the child who was not so keen in, coming to school. Now we've been getting
Missing.
these
Yeah.
questions from all the children because we've been interacting, with the students on an online platform when we visit the classes. This is the most frequent asked questions from all students, parents, and of course, teachers are also quite bored of sitting at home.
Yeah. We
So
all are.
what I feel is now the center has allowed schools to partially reopen for grades 9 to 12 after September 21st.
Yeah.
Some states have also started putting safety measures in place, while others are still struggling with the question to whether resume the physical classes or not. I've heard that in Chennai, many schools have up safety measures and have created blueprint of what in-person learning will take
Yeah.
will be like when they open.
Okay.
A few schools have also been sending the survey forms. Like we also did the survey forms, to the parents, asking them their consents whether the children will be, allowed or not. But I feel that around, 85% of them said that they will only send their children only once when the vaccine is
Vaccine
available.
is out. Correct.
Yes. So I'm sure that each school will be adapting the standard operating procedure for schools as per the WHO guidelines. And some of these guidelines are like before entering the building, students will be checked for their temperature, any other
Right.
symptoms,
Mhm.
by the school nurse. They'll be seated individually.
Yeah.
They will ensure adequate, clean, and separate toilets for boys and girls, which is, anyways happening. But then
Yeah.
cleanliness, sanitization would be made
Correct. Correct.
focused area, then disinfecting the school building at least once a day.
Mhm.
Maybe the students shall be permitted to visit school on a voluntarily basis. So maybe the students, teachers, and employees in containment zones might not be allowed.
Yeah.
So the SOP which the states, various generic precaution measures to be adapted in, addition to specific measures
Yeah.
will be taken when the schools allow the students to visit. However, what I feel is that the school management have not been able to be too keen to call the children because,
Yeah.
we feel that, it would be a responsibility on our
Of course, without vaccine.
us
Yeah.
when the child gets infected in the school,
True. True.
which is a very sensitive issue right now. So,
Absolutely. Yeah.
however, I think there's a favor of the online classes only when you talk about the parents until the vaccine in the market and the spread of the epidemic brought is under control. So I guess what we need to do is just to wait and watch patiently till the right time comes.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. With that, we'd like to thank you, ma'am, headmistress at St. Xavier's High School, Gurgaon, Sheba Thapar. Thank you for joining us. And thank you all for watching this interview. Please subscribe until we return for the next interview. Thanks.
Pleasure. Thank